our next guest is our volunteer coordinator, Kelly Lukschander.
That's right.
And Kelly, I'm saying you're our current volunteer coordinator. But anyway, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Fran.
And we're always happy to have you.
I'm always happy to be on this show, and it is a bittersweet one for me because this will be my last time on air as a volunteer coordinator, at least for now. But as probably most people heard, it was announced at the Coffee with Exec earlier this month that I have accepted another position and I will be moving on from Green Spring. It's hard to say. It's a lot of emotions. It's been a great place to work, but the show must go on. You know that better than anyone. But we have already hired for my position. It's been filled. I don't have her on the show to introduce today, but she's with me now. You can't see her. She's behind these walls here, but her name's Yvonne, and she currently works in Garden Ridge as a programming assistant. So she's been very familiar with Green Spring. She has a very impressive background. I'll let her explain that when she comes on with Kimberly, but she's just going to be a great fit. She's really looking to grow with this community, and she has a great attitude, and I'm really excited. So it feels good for me to know that I can leave, and we can just have a nice transition, and things will be fine.
Well, that's terrific.
Yeah, so that helps.
And congratulations
thank you
on your new job.
Well, thank you very much. And I know that I will be back in some capacity. If it's just visiting for lunch, please say hi to me. Don't shun me. Don't kick me out. I want to come back. But I do want to say that it's good. I have a few weeks left. July 10th is my last day, and we will be having a small little party for me on the 9th. You'll see some more details if you want to say goodbye that way. But the good news is, since we've hired somebody, we have at least 2 solid weeks where she can be following me around. And what I want to stress to people is, if there's something I do for you that you're really concerned about losing its continuity or anything like that, I'm trying to make pretty detailed notes, but if you'd like to meet with me, meet with Yvonne, meet with us together to help your peace of mind, please do that. So we have these 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks to do that. I think it's 2 weeks to the day, so please just reach out to me via email, give me a call. I really just want to make it smooth and not make anybody do double work.
Sure.
So that's that housekeeping out of the way, but otherwise we are just going to move right along because we still have volunteer opportunities open. I know a lot of people right now, we're halfway through the year. I've got a lot of volunteer hours already turned in, but a lot of people I know like to wait till the end of the year, which I'm not going to pull your arm, that's okay, but just a reminder, we're half of the year through, so if you want to go back from July to January and say, let me just track my hours, that would be great, so we can just keep it going forward and Yvonne can know who's volunteering where and we can keep it smooth that way. So I just want to encourage that. But secondly, I wanted to talk about the Alzheimer's Walk that's coming up in September.
Okay.
Now I know Renee Budd was on the show earlier this week, I believe, to talk about it, or last week. But we'll be going, again, as a community. We're sponsors of this Reston Alzheimer's Walk. It's taking place on September 23rd. It's at 3 p.m. But if you come with us, we have a bus that goes, we have t-shirts. It's kind of a fun thing. I did it last year. It's a lot of fun for our community. But this is because we are big sponsors of the Alzheimer's Association. So it's really good for us to show off and say, here's Green Spring, here we are. And I know a lot of us, if not all of us, have been touched by this disease at some point. It's just the nature of what we're going through right now. So if you want to be a part of this walk, please call Renee Budd. Her number was just on the screen. I don't have it with me, but she's in programming, the programming manager in Garden Ridge, and she will get you signed up. There's that number, 604-4438, and she will be glad to get you signed up. I know what we're also going to be doing is having tables in the lobbies around dinner time. So if you don't want to call or, your schedule doesn't permit, you can go up and sign up with somebody. It's a fun Saturday. It's not a bad way to spend the day. It's a mile walk is what we do. There's a mile or there's like a 3 mile. We do the mile. Hopefully it's not really hot out. It was hot last year, but it's a lot of fun. So if you want to do that, that's also a volunteer opportunity. You can count those hours that you're walking as volunteer opportunity. So yeah, that's one. The second one I want to mention is something that I really don't get a lot of feedback for. It's volunteering in our Garden Ridge salon. So we have salons here, but in Garden Ridge we also have the salon. Same thing, the PS salons. But the biggest problem is it's hard for people to get there. from Garden Ridge. So if they don't have a private duty aide or somebody who can take them over to the salon, they might miss their appointment, or sometimes it's really hard on our nurses. The staff who work there can't go pick people up. So what they're really looking for at the salon is people to give maybe a 1-hour shift or 1 to even 4 hours to go and work in the salon. Mondays through Fridays is when they work. And you just go in there, you report for duty, and if they say, okay, we have somebody on this floor, this room, would you please go pick them up or drop them off? Because sometimes people are either they just got their hair done and they're just sitting there waiting to go home, and they can't get back to their room. Wouldn't you love to be back in your house after you got your hair done? So if you have just a few hours, maybe you do 1 hour a Monday, come give me a call, give Yvonne a call. It's the same number, or call this number directly, if just the salon's number, and they'll connect you to me. But the easiest way can be just calling me, and we'll get you signed up. But that's a need. I haven't heard any response, but you'll see. And then also they say that you can get a complimentary salon service if you volunteer.
Wow.
So, you know.
A sort of paying job.
A paying job.
A paying volunteer job.
I don't have a lot of those usually, so take advantage of that. Get your hair done or something. I know they have massages. Maybe you can get one of those. So yeah, that's the opportunity in Garden Ridge. And the next thing I wanted to talk about, going back to Garden Ridge, is something we have been doing. I think this is our 4th year now. You might recognize it, called Garden Ridge Goes to the Chapel. So this happens every year, where we have residents from Garden Ridge, and as you probably know, a lot of them have lived here in independent living or used to come to activities, and maybe it's not as easy for them to come over to the chapel. So there's this event once a year where residents from Garden Ridge come over and have a service in the chapel. So what we really need is volunteers who are either able to help us greet, so you don't have to be somebody who can physically push people in wheelchairs, but we need people hands-on at the chapel who can say, okay, here's your pew here, or they can be on the buses and helping people get on the bus. Or if you are physically able, we do need some people to help wheel people in wheelchairs from Garden Ridge, which is a long haul to the chapel. But if you are able to do that, I would love if you gave me a call. That number's there. It's going to change, not going to change, like I said, for Yvonne. So it's 923-3154. Just let me know. I don't have the exact date. It's in August. But say if you're interested, I can keep your name and then give you a call once I have the actual date.
Sure.
So I really am just looking for people to sign up for that.
And it would probably be on a Sunday? Is that
Actually,
what
no.
you're saying? No?
We do it during the week.
I see.
I think last year it might have been a Wednesday. I can't remember,
see.
but 10 o'clock, you know, early for Mass, normal time, but it is a weekday. So,
I see. Okay.
so just keep that on your schedule if you have some free time.
Of course, there is chapel services over there.
Absolutely, yes.
Each Sunday or whatever, yeah.
But again, it's hard for people to get over there, so this is like the one big hall where we get as many people as we can, and we fill the church. You know, it's pretty, or the chapel, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So last year we had probably 10 volunteers from independent living who were just wheeling people through the halls, and everybody knew what they were doing, so that's really helpful if we can get people signed up for that. So give me a call. Another Garden Ridge opportunity I have, I've been promoting this, last time I was on I also did, but our pet therapy program. So that's been going on for years. It was started by other residents, but now it's still going on with independent living residents. Every Tuesday at 11 a.m., dogs who live here are able to meet, congregate in the lobby, and then we split up and we go and visit people on the floors or in the neighborhoods of Garden Ridge. So it's really nice. You should see how people light up when they see a dog. I know if you don't have a pet, you'll say, not for me. Okay, but tell your neighbor. If you see him, you say, hey, you have a really nice dog. You should go over to Garden Ridge on Tuesdays. And look, there's a nice high five. It's for dogs. It's for people. Everyone's having a good time. I really like this program. So if you do want to sign up and register your pup, it has my name there, but you can still call that number. Yvonne's going to know just what to do. You do have to fill out a little form, you know, the jogs up on your shots and things like that. And also the pet owner's guidelines have to be signed. But other than that, you can come over and, like I said, we go as a group at 11 on Tuesdays. But once you're registered and your dog's legal, you can come over. Say you have a friend, you want to just pop over on a Saturday, you're totally welcome to do that. So it's kind of a 2 birds with 1 stone thing. But
well, it's interesting you use the word bird with pets. Anyway, listen, no cats though, huh?
Well, I haven't seen any, but I don't see why not. If you had a cat, it's the same kind of form process. You could.
course, cats are so independent.
And they don't.
I don't think
they don't like a leash, really. But yeah, and then I think what I talked about last time is a reason why we're pushing this so much is because a third building is being put into Garden Ridge, and it's Dogwood Commons, so that's funny in itself. But we will need some more pups to spread the love. We can't have just 4 dogs going to all those buildings. So we really want to just expand it while we can, so we can get to that building when it's built.
You need to get the person that runs the dog group here.
Yeah.
You need to
wrangle her up. That's right.
Promote it for you.
I will. I'll tap into that.
Yeah.
And if we still have some time, I have one more.
Well, if you have a little bit of time, hurry.
Well,
up.
I'll just plug it just real quick. The photo directory, you've probably seen it. It's very helpful. I know I use it. It's a book of residents and their faces. You say, I knew that person, but what do they look like? I'm going to meet them for lunch. I forgot. This beautiful photo directory is put together by residents solely, and they need help. So if you're interested in volunteering at any aspect, Linda Conlon can explain that to you, and she's at 852-1619. And that's a great way to learn people. Say you're new to the community, come help us with the photo directory.
Okay.
That's
you
it.
did it. Okay. I think they were holding their breath. Thank you, Kelly, very much, and best of luck.
Thanks, Fran.